Homicide. Hey. Let's bring Mr. Bashara out. Ready?
I'm ready. Oh.
Where's Mr. Bashara?
He's right here.
Madam Clerk, call the case.
Case number 13-8320, People versus Robert Bashara. This is continuation of the jury trial.
Appearances for the record.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Lisa Lindsay on behalf of the people of the state of Michigan.
May I please call Your Honor? Good afternoon. Robert Moran, Assistant Prosecutor.
Good afternoon, Patrick Muscat on behalf of the people.
Martin Milling on behalf of the people.
Good afternoon to you and your staff, Lillian Dial, on behalf of Robert Bashara, who's present to my left.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Michael McCarthy on behalf of Mr. Bashara.
Before I bring the jury out, there are a couple things I want to say. Number one, how are you feeling, Mr. Bashara?
I'm okay, thank you.
Physically.
Fair.
Okay, very good. Everybody can be seated. First of all, I want to indicate for the record that this has been First of all, I'd like to indicate for the record that this has been a very long process from the death of Mrs. Bashara to the charging of Mr. Bashara to ultimately the verdict. There are a lot of people that are present here. I don't know what that verdict is, but I am going to request that there be no signs of emotion displayed in my courtroom, or you will be put out. These jurors have been taken from their families and their jobs, and whatever they decide, we are to respect that decision. Excuse me, no talking in my courtroom. So at this time, I am going to bring the jurors out. I've had an opportunity to discuss this matter with the media regarding whether or not there are comments that are going to be made, and that information has been distributed to you. But I am going to request that there be silence when this verdict is read, and that any signs of emotion, if you feel that you can't be in here whenever a verdict is read, then you can leave now. Bring the jury.
All rise.
As you know, none of the jurors' faces are to be shown. Make sure no slip-ups either.
Please be seated.
Madam Clerk, Madam Clerk.
Will the fourth person please stand?
You may be seated.
For the record, juror in seat number
No,
9.
stage your seat.
State your seat number, please.
9.
Justice, Robert Bashara. Will you please read your verdict form as marked as to count 1, conspiracy to commit homicide, murder, first degree, premeditated.
Guilty of conspiracy to commit homicide, murder, first degree, premeditated.
As to count 2, solicitation of a homicide, murder.
Guilty of solicitation of a homicide, murder.
As to count 3, homicide, murder, first degree, premeditated.
Guilty of homicide, murder, first degree, premeditated.
As to count 4, obstruction of justice.
Guilty of obstruction of justice.
As to count 5, witness intimidation.
Guilty of witness intimidation.
I need all the jurors to stand and raise your right hand, please. Members of the jury, you say upon your oath that you find Robert Bashara guilty of count 1, conspiracy to commit homicide, murder, first degree, premeditated. Guilty of count 2, solicitation of a homicide, murder. Guilty of count 3, homicide, murder, first degree, premeditated. Guilty of count 4, obstruction of justice. And guilty of count 5, witness intimidation. So say you, Mr. Foreperson, so say you, members of the jury.
I do.
Madam Clerk, poll the jury.
You may be seated. Juror number 1, was that and is that your verdict?
Yes.
Juror number 2, was that and is that your verdict?
Yes.
Juror number 3, was that and is that your verdict?
Yes.
Juror number 4, was that and is that your verdict?
Yes.
Juror number 8, was that and is that your verdict?
Yes.
Juror number 9, was that and is that your verdict?
Yes.
Juror number 11, was that and is that your verdict?
Yes.
Juror number 12, was that and is that your verdict?
Yes.
Juror number 13, was that and is that your verdict?
Yes.
Juror number 14, was that and is that your verdict?
Yes.
Juror number 15, was that and is that your verdict?
Yes.
Juror number 16, was that and is that your verdict?
Yes.
The jury has been told.
Very good. On behalf of this court, the prosecution, and the defense, I'm almost at a loss for words to say how much we appreciate what you've done. It's been a long process. We had over 200 people, men and women of Wayne County, called down to do questionnaires to determine if they wanted to participate and if they had the ability to be fair and impartial. Of the 200 people that were selected, that were given those questionnaires, we had 16 courageous men and women who said that they could keep an open mind, they could be fair. Not only did you say that you did, you were committed to that. Every day that we were here, you were listening attentively. I can't tell you how many people have criticized the court. Why don't you let them take notes? I knew your commitment, your dedication. You knew what was going on. The breaks that we had to take, there were a lot of salacious details, more than you may have heard in your entire lifetime. But what I had to do is to be able to gauge how much information you could receive so that you could make a decision that you believe was appropriate in the circumstances. One thing I know for sure, that this process, that you listened attentively to both sides, and that you took your deliberations seriously. One of the things that I told you in the very beginning when I selected this jury is that no matter what the outcome is, democracy, this system of justice, is the greatest in the world. And you demonstrated that. And you demonstrated different ethnicities, ages. And we were able to come together. Yes, we did hear you. We didn't hear what you said, but we heard you screaming. But guess what? That's good because it was dialogue. It was discourse. The jurors that were excused, I've never had an opportunity to see people who were very upset that they couldn't be a part of this process. But you were. And your commitment to justice. I'm at a loss for words, but I'm going to stop talking now, okay? This is what we're going to do. I want you to go into the jury room. I will come in the jury room at that time. All rise for the jury. Oh, let's bring Jerry back out one more time. Bob, just, Mr. Bashara, you just have a seat. Have a seat. Just have a seat, sir. Be seated. No talking now. I only brought you out for one thing, and that's it. The job that the prosecution and defense did in this case was exemplary. I've had an opportunity to preside over many trials, but what I saw here, please don't talk in my courtroom, sir, but what I saw here was legal maneuvering at its best. It's probably the equivalent of being able to preside over something at Wimbledon. They were courteous to one another. They worked hard. The prosecution as well as the defense. And I can't tell you, of all the years that I have presided in criminal division, have I had the honor and the privilege of having men and women of such strong dedication, and although they may have disagreed, but they were commendable. They did a wonderful job. And it is my honor and privilege to have been selected to preside over this trial. And I just want to thank those parties that were involved in it and the many lay and support people that you didn't see. It made sure that this case was properly presented. All rise for the jury. January 15, 2015, a sentencing date, 9/8. Wait a minute, sir. Let me just see their availability.
15, Judge?
Yes.
That's fine.
It's fine, Judge.
Wait a minute, please.
Good with me, right?
Very good. January 15, 2015.
Thank you, Judge.
Good luck.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Mr. Sheriff, step this way, sir.
Miss Lindsay, what a battle epic. Oh, it's you. You okay, Miss?
I'll ask Rob.
Okay. Hey, Rob. Yeah. We've talked about it.
William, will we be able to speak with you?
We're gonna have to turn over Maria because it's before sentencing.
Okay. Sorry. All right. Good job. We'll go to the back. Congratulations. You're helping.